I remember on the ship, they did the same route for a little while that First Marine Division took to Guadalcanal
Yeah.
in the South
Oh,
Pacific,
wow.
and they opened up the doors. And I'm like, here I am attached to First Marine Division. It says Guadalcanal
Yeah. Yeah.
on the one. Now looking at the water before me, and it felt like there was still blood in the water. It was a
Oh, yeah.
very almost religious, certainly pious experience to look at that water. And it was a clear day, and the water was kind of glassy, and it was just incredible. Like going into Pearl Harbor wearing the cloth of your country, like on a ship. Like there's little moments like that.
Yeah.
Here we are docking next to the Arizona Memorial, and it's just little things like that
Oh,
that
yeah.
happen. Like they're just incredible.
Yeah. I'll tell you a quick story too. It's something very similar. I was leaving Tarawa. I was on a flight on Fiji Airways from Tarawa down to Fiji, and then I was going Fiji to LA. And this guy sitting next to me, he starts a conversation with me, and he's like,
Yeah,
"Hey man, are you religious by chance?" And I was like a conversation on a 4 hour flight.
yeah, 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 yeah.
And
It's like,
I was like, "Yeah, man, I am," and he's like, "I'm Muslim, but he's I don't know what your religion is. Well, I'm Christian." And we had like a very civil conversation, right? Like, didn't matter. There was no
yeah,
barriers there. And he was like, "I really feel," he said, "I don't know what it is about that island." He's like, "I was on Batio, on Tarawa," and he's like, "Muslim people, like, we don't believe that there's like lingering spirits, like you go up to Allah and whatever, right?"
right.
And he was like, "I feel like there's so many spirits on that island still." And I was like,
Yeah,
"Probably are, dude." Like I could feel them, and
yeah,
like really weird, like you said. And here we are, like, leaving this like monumental battle in Marine Corps history, and I'm there like
yeah.
recovering the bodies from that, the fallen heroes. And this guy knows nothing of the battle. He was just over there, like his wife was,
Yeah, it is incredible.
yeah, his wife was like an electrician, and they were like redoing some stuff on the island, and he was just there with her and was like, "I feel like there's uneasy spirits there." And I was like, "All right." But like you said,
I would
it's,
love to go to Iwo Jima one day. Like I would just love to go there
oh, Iwo
and
Jima,
walk on that beach.
yeah, Palau
Um,
or Peleliu, from the Battle of Peleliu, Guadalcanal. Would love.
yeah, I would just love to do that. Even taking a vacation to Vietnam if I could, just to go to some of they must have sites there.
Oh, I'm sure, but
I'm particularly sensitive with the Vietnam vets because like if anybody got screwed over more, it was the Vietnam era.
oh, and honestly, I always give them a lot of credit because they're the ones that have led to our welcoming homes. And
Yeah, they have.
you know,
They really have streamlined that.
yeah, and so I'm very sensitive to the Vietnam vets as well. And thank you for bringing that up, man. Like that's very key.
One of the greatest things I did in the Navy was right off the bat. I did a volunteer op in downtown San Diego trying to get homeless veterans, Vietnam vets registered.
Oh, wow.
I remember one veteran, he was his whole life he was homeless and didn't. It turned out he was 100%. He can get 100% disability,
Oh,
and he
wow.
just homeless for like the last 30, 40 years. And I remember one guy, he went through it and just telling me that and then starts crying because he was at the airport coming back thinking, all proud of himself, and nobody wanted to sit next to him in the airport. It was just like, you try thinking like that, like just mind boggling.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to sit next to you in your uniform.
Yeah.
When you were going through what you were going through with your injury initially, what was your anchor?